Well, good morning. I call this business meeting to order. Today we're going to consider bipartisan water infrastructure and carbon capture innovation legislation, as well as one nomination, 2 bills to name federal buildings, and 3 General Services Administration resolutions. The first of these bills is S-2602, utilizing significant emissions with innovative technology, or the Use It Act. This bill, called the Use It Act, is because it encourages the commercial use of man-made carbon dioxide emissions. The bill supports innovative research and projects that capture carbon dioxide. My home state of Wyoming is already a leader in supporting carbon utilization research. Just last week, the Integrated Test Center outside Gillette opened its doors to support innovative research on how to use carbon dioxide. In Congress, we need to support efforts like the Integrated Test Center so America can maintain its leadership in carbon capture, in utilization, and sequestration technologies. The Use It Act does that. The legislation also facilitates permitting for capture projects and carbon dioxide pipelines. Innovation is how America will be a leader in reducing emissions. I introduced the Use It Act with committee members Whitehouse and Capito, as well as Senator Heitkamp. The bill is now also co-sponsored by Senator Duckworth. Together with Ranking Member Carper, we have introduced a manager's substitute amendment to make the bill stronger. I encourage committee members to support this important legislation. So I look forward to working with my colleagues to pass the legislation and get it to the President's desk. This morning, we will also consider S-2800, America's Water Infrastructure Act of 2018. This is bipartisan legislation I introduced along with Committee Ranking Member Carper, Transportation Infrastructure Subcommittee Chairman Inhofe, and Subcommittee Ranking Member Cardin. The bill is also co-sponsored by committee members Capito, Van Hollen, Wicker, Bozeman, Whitehouse, and Sullivan. America's Water Infrastructure Act will grow the nation's economy, will give state and local leaders increased input in water infrastructure projects, will cut bureaucratic red tape, and will make communities safer from dangerous floods and droughts. President Trump has called for a comprehensive infrastructure initiative. America's Water Infrastructure Act is a significant piece of that initiative. Last week during our committee hearing, R.D. James, Assistant Secretary of the Army for Civil Works, said the bill will fulfill key principles outlined by President Trump. These principles include rebuilding America's water infrastructure by cutting red tape, by approving projects in a timely and effective manner, by giving more local control, by increasing the focus on rural America, and by leveraging federal dollars. More specifically, the bill gives state and local leaders a significantly increased role in prioritizing projects. The legislation also reauthorizes the Water Infrastructure Flexibility Act, or WIFIA. This leverages billions of dollars in non-federal investment for water infrastructure projects. The bill will grow America's economy and create jobs. It authorizes projects that will increase water storage, deepen nationally significant ports, address aging irrigation systems, and maintain the navigability of our inland waterways. It will also protect communities from dangerous floods. Today we'll vote on a bipartisan manager's substitute amendment to further improve the bill. We've worked closely with Ranking Member Carper to draft this amendment. We'll help get water infrastructure projects started faster. The amendment will push the Corps to take just 2 years to complete its feasibility studies for potential projects. That's in line with the goal President Trump has set. The bill allows the Corps to review and, if necessary, initiate new categorical exclusions so projects aren't unnecessarily delayed due to environmental red tape. The amendment also includes language to help smaller rural communities leverage WIFIA dollars so that they can complete needed infrastructure projects. The language is a modified version of Senator Bozeman's SRF wind bill, and I would like to thank him for all of his hard work on this important legislation. Thank you, Senator Bozeman. The amendment also includes the Buy America language. After consulting with Senators Capito and Carper, I've agreed to add this provision. Although the bill proceeds through the legislative process, we're going to work to limit this provision's impact on small, disadvantaged, and rural communities. So I want to thank Ranking Member Carper and Senator Inhofe and Senator Cardin and all the members of the committee and their staffs for their hard work on this bill. I urge all the members to support the important infrastructure legislation. Now, additionally, the committee will be considering the nomination of John Ryder to be a member of the Board of Directors of the Tennessee Valley Authority. The Subcommittee on Clean Air and Nuclear Safety held a nomination hearing on Mr. Ryder in March. Finally, the committee will consider S-2734, a bill naming a federal building and courthouse in Laredo, Texas, S-2377, a bill naming a federal building and courthouse in Dayton, Ohio, and 3 General Service Administration leases. I'd like to now turn to Ranking Member Carper for his statement.
Thanks.